WWE Raw started like a celebration. It was a nice episode, but somehow it felt short. There was more talking than wrestling, and I guess I'm okay with that sometimes. More on that later. And the Netflix glitches. Lots of people complaining about it. More on that as well. So the show begins with the public yeeting in full energy as Jey Uso makes his way to the ring after winning the Men's Royal Rumble match. It was a pretty long segment, to be honest, but man, it was emotional as well. So I don't really care if it was long, you know? I can totally see Jay's story being a powerful story. There is no doubt almost everyone is emotionally vested in his journey. Jay even had trouble speaking and was clearly overwhelmed by the reaction. He had tears in his eyes. It was very real, and that's what made this segment very special. He reflects upon his journey, his lack of self-confidence earlier, and his fear, being labeled as just the tag team guy. He says how he has finally come on top of all his struggles. He says how he did it. He thanks his fans. Man, it was beautiful, right? It was a beautiful moment, and you know, this is what WWE is all about. Stories. Some people are upset with Jey Uso's win, but you know what? I like the story that the WWE is trying to tell us. Gunther comes out and maligns Jey Uso, like always, about how he is not interested in fighting him at WrestleMania, you know, as a WrestleMania opponent, you know, because he gains nothing from it. Again, he says Jey Uso is not at his level. He says how Jay has something to gain by fighting him, but he has nothing to gain. He even mentions how going against someone like, you know, CM Punk or Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre would actually mean something to him. It's a nice moment and kind of, you know, plays on the hierarchy of things. It just gets us closer to Jey Uso's journey, man. You know, I feel this just has the potential to grab those who are yet to be taken in by Jey Uso's story. The underdog, slowly finding his footing, trying to prove everyone wrong. Man, I like this. This is a good template. Jay says how he will be going to SmackDown to meet Cody Rhodes, and then he will make a decision on who he will go up against at WrestleMania. From this point onwards, I hope the WWE plans Jay's journey in an interesting way. They need to build him up before WrestleMania, that's for sure, right? He's over with the fans, but maybe some new, you know, move sets or something, some new moves, some new wrestling, you know, style, something different, man, you know. That part of him needs to be built, I agree with that. Next, we have Penta against Kaiser, since Penta eliminated Kaiser in the Royal Rumble match. I believe it was just 3 seconds or so, you know, after Kaiser entered, and naturally Kaiser is obviously pissed off about that. It continues to be incredible to see how over Penta is with the fans. I'm loving it. It was a fun match. You know, personally, I believe Kaiser also deserves some push. You know, he's a great in-ring performer. Obviously, in this case, since he is against Penta, it is Penta who gets the upper hand. But, man, Kaiser has some nice spots, and you know what? I think he will be pushed. He'll get his time eventually. Ultimately, Penta wins. A fun match. Then we have Charlotte Flair come out. She's booed, but she just does not care. And she makes that pretty clear. You know, I made a video analyzing why I felt, you know, the Women's Royal Rumble match was an insult. You know, not just because Charlotte Flair won. You know, there's more to it. You should check out that video. Anyways, Charlotte talks a bit, and then Rhea Ripley comes out. They have history, right? And this was before I started actually watching wrestling again, you know, so I'm not aware of that history, but, you know, I was listening to Michael Cole or whatever, and apparently they have history, so I'm interested to see what this, you know, leads to. You know, will we see Rhea versus Charlotte Flair again? Well, many people feel we will be seeing Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton, you know. Well, we have a back and forth, you know, this was an alright segment, honestly, building things, you know, for the future. If we do get, you know, Charlotte versus Rhea. But I don't think that's going to happen, you know, at WrestleMania, you know. I think we might actually just get Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair, in which case I'm on Team Tiffany, you know. Charlotte can't just come back and be winning all the time. You know, she also needs to start where everyone starts when she's back. You know, it doesn't matter what her history is and how great she was last time she was, you know, part of WWE. None of that matters. You know, she's back, she has to start from the beginning. We then have a few backstage segments. One notable moment was when Liv and Raquel attack Rhea and Io Sky. The WWE is playing with us. I'll get to that, you know? It's an interesting situation that's building between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Now we get the New Day versus the LWO, Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio. A nice match, some good, you know, heat on the New Day. You know, Logan Paul also makes his appearance, and we already know how much heat is on him. You know, he comes out in the middle of the match. Later he gets involved when the ref's back is turned, and the New Day pick up the win. Lots of heat, not just on the New Day, but on Logan Paul as well, you know, for eliminating CM Punk during the Royal Rumble match. You know, that was totally unexpected. But you know what? I love this stuff, man. I like drama, man. I love chaos. I love drama. Anybody who watches my videos knows this. Now we get Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. This is a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. A good match, and we get a pretty interesting ending. Okay, so keep in mind, many thought Io would win the Royal Rumble match. After she lost, many felt, okay, well, I guess maybe she'll win the Elimination Chamber match. Well, I guess there's another twist. When Raquel Rodriguez decides to get involved, Rhea Ripley comes out to basically help Io Sky, you know, even the odds a bit. Inadvertently, out of anger, Rhea Ripley ends up hitting Liv Morgan, and the referee sees this, leading to a disqualification and victory for Liv Morgan. This means, technically, Io Sky won't be in the Elimination Chamber match, yet at the same time, it creates a very interesting conflict between Io Sky and Rhea. You know, so I wonder how you move forward from this scenario. I mean, I wonder if there will be another twist. I like it, you know, again, chaos. Very interesting dynamic here. I like how the WWE is surprising us a bit more these days, right? We need more of that. No, this does not mean Charlotte Flair deserved to win the Royal Rumble. Sometimes the surprise is not a good surprise. Although down the line, if the WWE can make it up and maybe some interesting angle regarding Charlotte Flair's win, then I guess I'm for it, but I'll have to see that. As for the Rhea-Io scenario, it's interesting. The next big moment is when Seth Rollins comes out. He congratulates Jey Uso. While he acknowledges his frustration of not winning the Royal Rumble, he makes it clear that he's very glad that both Roman Reigns and CM Punk also lost the match. He also hints at Roman being more injured than what people think after what he did to him at the Royal Rumble. He then says how he still has the Elimination Chamber match to lock his spot at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn then comes out for his match against CM Punk, which is a qualifying match for the men's Elimination Chamber match. Before CM Punk comes out, we have Seth Rollins firing Sami Zayn up, man. Obviously, it is in Seth Rollins' interest that CM Punk doesn't even make it to the Elimination Chamber match. So he's just like, man, just do what you gotta do, Sami Zayn. Get CM Punk, right? Now CM Punk comes out, and this match between CM Punk and Seth Rollins is a great match. I was actually thinking somehow Seth Rollins may get involved. However, that did not happen. So long story short, CM Punk wins the match, right? When he leaves the ring, Kevin Owens jumps Sami Zayn from behind. Now, at this point, Netflix was glitching like a maniac. Okay, I couldn't quite see KO enter until he hit the package piledriver. I was also kind of busy just trying to figure out whether it was my own network connection or whether it was, happening to everyone, like a Netflix issue. I went on X and realized that many were complaining. Anyways, overall, this Raw was a good show. The stories are moving forward. But like I said, it seemed like a short show somehow. And I think that's because Jey Uso's segment was longer, perhaps, than initially planned. Although by the reaction, I don't think anyone minds that, you know. Nowadays, it just seems as if the WWE has decided that Raw will be around the 2.5 hour mark, you know, and that totally works for me. So what now? Well, it's the road to WrestleMania, right? But before that, we had the Elimination Chamber, and let me just tell you, I don't think John Cena will be winning the Elimination Chamber, and I don't think CM Punk will be winning the Elimination Chamber either. I think a favor will be in play for CM Punk somehow. You know, we're yet to see how that favor will play out. You know, I think Logan Paul will do something pretty drastic in the Elimination Chamber match. He might eliminate someone big. Maybe John Cena. You know, I don't know, right? But yeah, guys, that's that. You know, please do subscribe to my channel, like, share, all that jazz, hit the bell icon, you know, and please do support my channel. Please do subscribe to my channel, man. I'm really trying to just build this channel, you know, as another, you know, WWE focused wrestling channel. So support me. You know, eventually I'll be doing the giveaway thing as well. You know, I'm not in this situation, to be honest, in which I could do that, but I will do that eventually. So please do support me, subscribe, and yeah, till next time, peace out, bye.